Wake up, your life is calling. You know, believe it or not, I grew up in a village where we had a conch that was our alarm clock. The priest would blow this conch early in the mornings and it would wake up the entire village. And as a child, I remember thinking, wow, what an amazing position to have. So to a point where I asked the priest, can I be that person to blow that conch and awaken everybody to their beautiful day? So they made me a deal. They said, you know what, if you bring milk to the temple every single day for 10 days straight, we'll give you a chance at it. And I did that. I was so excited on that 10th day. Boy, I was a skinny little 6-year-old, but I knew I could do it, okay? So I got up there to blow that conch, and I was so disappointed. I tried so hard with all my might, and all I can do was, I spit all over the place. It wouldn't make a sound. And after about the 20th time, they took it away from me. You believe that? They took it away, and they said, you know what? Maybe when you're older, maybe when you're stronger. And what I realized is that it had nothing to do with my physical strength and everything to do with the technique. So just like that, bringing about a life that we love and results that we want has nothing to do with your circumstances and everything to do with your state of mind, okay? So we've been practicing stepping into a greater version of life, okay, and creating a life that we absolutely love living. And one of the things is we have to be seekers, right? Life can't give us anything we're not asking for. The next thing is, we have to learn how to think. We've been taught what to think by everybody, but not so much how to think. Before we can learn how to think, we got to see, what are we thinking? Where are we living? When I first started becoming aware of my thought process, I found out that I was pretty much playing out about 4 or 5 themes in my mind over and over again that were not serving me. So I would get upset with myself and ask myself, why do I go there? God, why can't I just stop? And what happened in my childhood? What did my parents do to me? And I dig up the old whys, okay? Why? And then I realized I was asking myself the wrong question. There is this phrase that was first said in 1949 by a man named Donald Hebb. He was a neuropsychologist from Canada, and he said, neurons that fire together wire together. So what does that mean? What that means is that every time that we have a feeling, every time we have an experience, every time that we have a thought, we have neurons that fire together and they wire together. And more that we practice this thought, more these neurons fire and wire together, and ultimately it creates a habit. Okay, it creates a habitual thought, and we end up, right, our mind is automating everything for us. It's a tool of ours, an amazing tool, but whatever we give our attention to, it's going to keep doing, and before you know it, it'll start doing it automatically. So we end up finding ourselves in these thoughts that are not serving us. So what's a better question to ask yourself? Okay, a better question to ask yourself is what would I love instead? And whenever I first started to practice asking myself what I realized is that I didn't know what, okay? I didn't know what I wanted. So it required me to fire up this mental faculty of mine known as my imagination. That thing that has been kind of beaten out of us, okay? We've been taught, focus, don't daydream. So as adults, our imagination is a little rusty. And even whenever I started to imagine, man, my mind would chirp up and say, what are you thinking? Okay, look at your bank account, look at your gender, look at this. It will start to point to your circumstances. Push pause on that for a while and say, wait a minute, I'm just giving myself permission to imagine. So try doing that. Try practicing stepping into greater possibilities, different realities for yourselves, and see how that serves you. Don't be an archaeologist, be an architect. So the why, you can think of it a million times and it will not serve you. Now the what can start to bring about what it is that you have always desired, okay? And learn to think about the what. It's a better question for us. Learn to ponder that, learn to ask, and put your mind on pause for a while. Entertain that. Human beings, we think in pictures. Do you guys think there's a reason for it? Yes, there's a reason for it. Life sent us with this capability of forming pictures and focusing on it. Whatever the human mind can think up, it can create. So start stepping into that. When I went and I saw this conch the other day at the market, Instead of saying why couldn't I, and that's what I usually would have done, I asked myself, what did I want? I wanted to awaken my village to a greater, beautiful, wonderful day. Just like I want to help you guys step into a greater version of life for yourselves. You are absolutely worth it. You are a creator. Create the life that you came here to live, be, do, become, experience what it is that you came here to do. And also, I want to learn how to blow this thing. Look. Not bad. So you focus on the what, let life figure out the when and the how. To your genius. You guys have an amazing day.